Good day everyone and welcome to another episode on the WorldCraft server. My name is 13Four and I hope you have a good time today. In a previous episode, we started on this building here in the market district which we are calling G1 Park Tower. So we started in this building to join in the contest for one chunk shops in the market district and also to move our shops inside. So in between episodes, we were able to put in all the glass all the way up to the top of the frame and also added this floor over here with some railings and some stairs and also a new floor which we'll be talking about in a moment. So here's the thing. I have a problem with my shops at the moment. Let's check out our shops to see what I'm talking about. So here I am at my stall, and my first issue is that I am running out of stock for a lot of my books. So Mending is out of stock, Fire Protection 4 is out of stock, and I don't want them to be out of stock because I do have a competitor in Anne over yonder in the pink shop, the lovely pink shop. Such a good shop. But anyway, they're technically my competitors, so I don't want to run out of stock to prevent me from losing sales to them. My second issue is that I am running out of time actually. I need to move all of my shops before this counter or this timer runs out of time. I need to make sure that I'm able to move my shops before I need to renew my rent for this stall over here and for the rest of my stalls. So if we look at my other stalls over in the other direction over here, I have a similar amount of time before I lose that shop. And I don't want that to happen, of course, because as far as I know, I would lose out on all my stock if I am unable to renew my rent on any of my shops. So for example, here I have my wool shop, which is also around 1 day 5 minutes, 1 day 5 hours, and also the rest of my shops over here, which is also around 1 day 5 hours. And I don't want to lose any of that. So I need to make sure to move all of my shops into G1 Park Tower. So let's start dealing with those issues. But first, I need to go back to base. First, the stock issue. I've been spending a lot more time in my base so that my farms are loaded up. So we've been trying to get as much wool as I can, as much iron as I can, and as many emeralds as I can. So let's show off our emeralds as well. I think I have a couple of stacks I've been getting through the past few days. There we go, I have 3 stacks in a bit. And also, I have been making sure to zombify and cure our villagers over here to get their discounts. So our silk touch is now for 1, mending is now for 6, but I also have mending for 1 here. Fortune is 1, breaking is 1, and so on. A lot of them have much cheaper trades now. So we should be able to get a lot more stocks for our books. So this one is 19 for efficiency 5 instead of 42. So we should be able to get 2 instead of just 1 for stack of emeralds. I've also been adding a couple more villagers up top here so that we can get a more complete set of villagers. So we now have Thorns, Riptide, Multi-Shot, Bane of Arthropods, another Power Villager. I also have an Impaling Villager downstairs now. Piercing, plus another Feather Falling, which will probably get replaced soon because I already have Feather Falling for 1. But yeah, this is my first step in order to get a lot more of the materials I need, or to get more of the stock I need to fill out my shops. So next is to go back to the market district and figure out a layout for all my items. Even though I'm just moving these shops, it does feel bad to close them down because I don't know, it just feels like I'm losing something. By closing down these shops. So it's gonna be a slow process, but we're gonna get there, moving all these shops into the building. So here we have our first set of shops that we moved. So we have our map parts on top, our photo cards. So first our WorldCraft logo for 2,500 each, our Diane photo card for 15,000 each, and then here we have our end stuff, shulker shells for 400 each, Elytra for 15,000 each, and dragon heads for 5,000 each. So next, I've started to prepare some space here for our wool shop. So let's go and get those. And there is the former wool stall now cleaned out. Now time to move them back to G1 Park Tower. Here we have our new wool shop, which will move up to another upper floor at some point, but for now, it's here. So we have our white finally, light gray, gray and black. Then we have our brown, red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple, magenta, and pink wool as well that we are selling. So we are now selling all the colors of wool instead of just 15 of them. However, I'll take a screenshot of this and make sure to restock as much as possible all of these so that we have at least 10 or so of each color. So once again, we have all our wool types, but this time we have restocked them to at least 18 stacks, except for white wool, because that's all the white wool we have. Unfortunately, we're using all of the white wool that I got into our map art. So there's unfortunately all the white wool we have. So next up, we would now stock on this floor our enchanted books. So I have lots of efficiency, lots of silk touch, lots of fire protection 4. I need to restock my mending as well. And so let's go pick up those books and start moving our stock from our stall over there into G1 Park Tower. Closing down this shop feels especially sad because this is my first shop on the server. However, it was about time for me to close it because there was just so little space left for me to put any more enchanted books, even though I was producing so many in my base. So I'll be breaking all of these down, putting everything in the shulker box, and then bringing them all to G1 Park Tower. Just make sure everything's inside. Oh no. Let's put it there. You know what? Let's just... Really? I can't put it there? Oh, sad. Let's put it there instead. Okay. Let's bring this back to the tower. And now for the largest, most extensive, most emerald intensive part of my shop, which is the enchanted books section. So I now have 36 chests here. I'm not even sure whether I'll use them all, but I have 36 chests here that are potential shops for us. So I'll be moving all of my stocks into these chests and picking up the rest of my stock from my base so that we can get started selling all of these enchanted books. So here we have moved all of the books we used to have in our stall, and now it is time for me to go back to base and get the rest of the books. So here we have our enchanted book section where we have all the enchanted books we are currently producing at our base. So in the middle here we have all the books that I am predicting will be selling the most. So like our mendings, unbreaking, self-touching fortune, looting, feather falling, efficiency, sharpness, protection, all the kinds of protection. We have regular protection, blast protection, projectile protection, and fire protection. On the left side over here, we have some of the bow enchantments, some of the other armor enchantments, some of the sword enchantments. Meanwhile, on the other side here, we have Depth Strider, some of the trident enchantments, and the crossbow enchantments. So we're still missing a few, and that is likely why I have several more chests here we could use. But there's several more that I'm missing, like Quick Charge, for example, Frostwalker, and so on. And another thing you might have noticed is that a lot of these I only have one each of. So I definitely will need to get a lot more stock of these books, which means I need a lot more emeralds. For that, I'll probably go and buy from another player. I bet there's players selling blocks of emeralds rather. So yeah, we're gonna go continue stocking these shops in between episodes, but this is where we leave it for now. In the next episode, we'll work on something else regarding this building. But for now, that's where we'll end. If you want to see the grind, please feel free to subscribe, but for now, the grind continues. Goodbye everyone.